It's West Ham United, the worst football stadium in the Premier League. Today I'm visiting London Stadium, the ground for West Ham United, and also known as the Soulless Bowl. And you may be sat there thinking, how is there a bad stadium in the top division? Well, when you're sitting miles away from the pitch and there's barely any atmosphere, maybe that's why people say it's the worst. And it's really a shame for West Ham fans moving into the Soulless Bowl, because they used to play at Upton Park, which really gave you a goosebump feel when the atmosphere was rocking. But in 2016, West Ham moved to the London Stadium, which is classed as not even a proper football stadium, because they sold off Upton Park to building developers for 40 million. And you may be sat there thinking, Liam, it's not that bad, going over the top. And that's what I thought. But for a fan experience, it's really not the same. And I read some reviews to prove that. The London Stadium is said to have better views on a Game Boy from the upper tier. Others say you're so far away from the pitch and this has to be the worst stadium in the Premier League by a long way. But I do have to say, while the ground may not be great, it's in a super location and that's a positive. But while it's easy to get to, the walk to the ground is said to be a soulless war zone. Though I want to see for myself if it is the worst stadium in the Premier League. So I got myself a ticket to West Ham v Luton and I'm going to make the trip down to the London Stadium. And now we get off as we have arrived at Stratford. All the West Ham shirts out in full force for David Moyes' last game today, as we're currently in Hackney Wick heading to a pub for some pre-match pints. Now we have arrived at Hackney Bridge. Nice little area this for pre-match pint. It's a beautiful day today. Let's have it. Well, I wasn't lying when I said it's in a good location. You can see here at Hackney Bridge. Then you just turn around and there is the stadium. Look at that. Bosh. Well, the location for this is really just superb. I mean, it's a 5-minute walk and you're straight at the ground. I mean, look where we are. Bosh. Straight there and ready. Easy, quick. Look at these turnstiles, proper barricaded in. Well, to be fair to West Ham, the concourse is massive. So here we have a cheeky little pretzel, and it is very nice. Not really football food, but I'm not paying 12 quid for a burger when I could get one at Norwich for about a fiver. So I'm going to rate this pretzel a 6.5 out of 10, because it's not really football food, is it? Well, this is rather weird. Look, this is all open out here. You walk down this pathway, and then right outside is the stadium. Well, this is really weird. You're like caged in here. Here we are, front row today. Here we are, in the ground. Big day for them Luton fans today. As if Luton lose today, they could be relegated to the Championship. I can see why people say it's the worst stadium here, because it is quite a weird structure. But I want to see what the atmosphere is like first. Well, here we are with the London Stadium behind me, and I think it's perfect time for some Big Annie facts.
Random facts with Big Annie.
So today is the last day that David Moyes takes charge of the West Ham team. Now, since 2019, he's taken charge of 254 games, but his tenure pales in insignificance compared to the one West Ham manager who was there for the longest, and he was John Lyall. He was in charge between 1974 and 1989 for a total of 708 games. And a bit about today's opponents. Luton Town, again, it's a big day for them. Their future in the Premier League looks a bit bleak, if I'm being honest. This is actually their 17th season in the Premier League in their 139-year history. And you've got to remember that only 10 years ago, they were playing in the National League. So it really does show how far this club has come in a really short space of time.
I do feel for West Ham fans a bit, because before the game they're all in the pub, loving life, and they all do really care for the badge and the club. But this soulless stadium really takes away the atmosphere a bit. Here come the bubbles. Well, if the team can match how that atmosphere just was, this is going to be a good game. God, they're proper all coming out now. Look at this. Well, if you can see past these bubbles, then you'll be able to see the Luton fans. They've got a fair amount today. Fair play to minutes in, it's already a goal for Luton. They'll be buzzing with that, because that's going to probably keep them up at 4 lose, really. But really, they deserved it. West Ham have been dreadful. They haven't woke up. They're letting Luton run at them, and Luton deserve it, really. 14 minutes in, and West Ham have got very lucky there. Brilliant tackle from Zuma, to be fair. 33 minutes in, and West Ham have been absolutely shocking. Fans are going to get a pint. They've had enough of this rubbish. Well, now I see why it's called the Soulless Bowl. All of the fans pretty much left. There's 4 minutes added on before the end of the first half, and most of the fans have gone to get a drink. You can see all of the white seats all over here as well. And that's the half for West Ham. Really not a good half, but obviously Luton do have more to play for, so I understand why they've come out all guns blazing. But West Ham were dreadful, really. Need to improve second half. Out for another half. Let's hope it's better and the atmosphere raises. Well, it's goal for West Ham, and pints have been thrown on me, and I think I'll just taste some beer. But Ward-Prowse's just smashed it in, and West Ham, they came out second half, going for it, and I think they're going to win now. There's another goal in this for sure. I see it. West Ham really putting on the pressure, and it looks like they're going to be the one who gets the goal. What's going on here? Why is the sub standing next to the goalkeeper? They don't need to kiss each other. Fair enough to Moyes, wearing a suit in 24-degree heat. What's everyone's thoughts on that one?
They fly so high, they reach the sky, and like my dreams they fade and die. Fortune's always hiding.
It's a goal for West Ham, a beautiful volley from Thomas Schutek into the corner. They're loving it, and it's a goal. Brilliant. Beer all over me again, bubbles everywhere. West Ham, loving life. Well, I don't know how he's missed that. I think even Big Andy could have scored that. Are flying high now as it is 3-1, and George Murphy, one of West Ham's own, he's just been subbed on, and after about 2 minutes he's gone and scored. But that came from Kudu's brilliant move and a superb 3-1 West Ham. They're tearing them apart now. I do not know what is going on in that Luton end. Their own fans are fighting each other. I'd say David Moyes' last game at West Ham has been very successful today. 3-1 win. And because of that, I think you need to make sure to subscribe. We're on the road to 5,000 subscribers. Let's have it. James Ward-Prowse on this. I think we'd fancy another goal for West Ham here. But will he make it 4? Oh! Unlucky, it was a close one. Luton players are on the floor because they know that is them pretty much down and out of it, relegated to the Championship, and so are Burnley as well. Full time here, and it has ended 3-1 to West Ham. Well deserved, and second half they just came out a different team. Luton, commiserations on their relegation, but Premier League is just too much for them. As you can see behind me, West Ham have just won. Big game tomorrow, Norwich v Leeds. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Bosh!
Gravity travelling to